Okay, you're gonna have to tell me if it's working or not. Okay, because I guess the last one wasn't working, uh, and that's too bad. So I want to see. So somebody on live, when somebody gets there, see if you could hear me. I want to know if you could hear me or not. I rebooted my phone, and God, it's a fairly new iPhone too. It's not one of the expensive ones, but a reasonable one. uh, But yeah, I don't know. I get pop-ups every now and then. It says voice control or something. And I went to the store, asked about that. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. So anybody there, can you hear me? I want to make sure you could hear me. You can't hear me? Yeah, okay, someone's there. Do you hear me? Okay, I'm down at the Vietnam Memorial. It's Memorial Day, and they're lining up for ceremonies behind me by the Vietnam Memorial. I don't know if you can see all the people lined up. There's the wall there. So anybody hear me? I guess you guys aren't there, but I'm a Vietnam vet, or Vietnam Arab. No, I was Vietnam, yeah, for a year. In the military for 3 years, 2 months, 9 days. Then I was a diplomatic courier. I just didn't want to be drafted. That was my problem. So do you hear me? People hear me or not? I was on and I had to get off again because nobody heard me. But this maybe sounds like it again, which isn't good. Live chat, super chat, that's it. Yeah, well, I can't know how to chat on this thing. So, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Nobody hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, well, people are starting to join, so maybe you do hear me. I can't tell if you could hear me. So let me know if you could hear me, okay? Oh, maybe I am losing people. Well, maybe this is not working, is it? It's not working? So come on, guys. Anybody hear me? I guess you don't, because I guess you would have stayed if you heard me, but you're not. So why is that not working? That is not working. Why? Why? Why, baby? Why? Huh? Can you hear it? Oh, you can't hear it. Okay, great, Bruce. Wonderful. But, okay, let me turn around here. See the crowds here down at the Lincoln Memorial. Here's the Lincoln Memorial over there. And you walk down over here, the Vietnam Memorial. See all the people in line there? See them? Or they're going to walk in front of the wall, the Vietnam Wall. See that? All that there. And they have a lot of chairs set up there for a little later. There'll be some kind of ceremony. And actually behind me is the Korean War Memorial, and that's behind me. But what I want to talk about is what's going on in cities. You know, there's a lot of grant money out, a lot of stimulus program money still has to be given out. It's just like somewhere between $500 billion and $1 trillion at last estimates I've seen. So that's out there for you to use. And now I just ran into but it takes some work. They're not going to come to you. I mean, remember that these programs, I mean, I estimate there's over 100,000 grant programs in the government, and they're going to be work to get at. So if you have an easier way to get money, fine. But if you don't, these are opportunities that take some work, but they're real opportunities. Man, all good opportunities take work. You know, nobody's going to, you know, unless it's, remember Ed McMahon used to come to your door with a big check, you know. And that doesn't work anymore. Well, it does, but that's very few people. But man, this is millions and millions, hundreds of millions of people get this money every year, you know, and it's an average of like $15,000 per person every year, per adult. That's how much money the government gives out. Now here's new ones. I just found in New Bedford, Massachusetts. You know, these are 6 programs. These are the kind of programs you have to look for. Okay, you don't live in Massachusetts, that's fine. But you go to your city, your county, your state, and dig. You have to be a gopher, you know, a government grant gopher is how do you have to dig out these things. Okay, here's what and you got to learn the jargon too, because everything's not called a grant, you know, first of all. So that's why grants are even better. I use grant because it's going to get your attention. But most of the programs, actually 80% of the free money they give out is not even called grants. So that's the first thing you have to realize. Okay, here's the kinds of things that in this city. So you have to find programs like this where you live, because it's normal. If one city's doing it, it's the same problems we have in other cities, and they may do the same thing, or the county may do it, or the state may do it. It's the kinds of things they're giving money to, so you have a better life, okay? That's what these programs are for. This is why politicians get elected, because they're helping people do something that is a problem in their life. So here's the first one. This is called the Facade Improvement Program. Okay, now what the hell is that, Before I got it, I had no idea. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to power wash my house or something? Facade improvement. No, they're giving now up to $40,000 if you have a building, if you have a retail store, or anything like that where the public has to come. Okay, so you have a business where the public has to come. And it's not only business, it's nonprofit. Okay, so if you have an office downtown or any suburbs or whatever, and people come to your office, they'll give you up to $40,000 to make that look pretty. Okay, why are they doing that? Well, to encourage people to spend money. So the government spends their money, like seed money, to help you attract people to your business, and you'll make more money, and then you'll pay taxes and pay more taxes and give the money back that they spend on you. Okay, so that's one. It's called the Facade Improvement Program. Okay, actually every county has something like that. Every city has something like that. How big, requirements are different, so everything's different in every city. So you have to check what is local. That's the important thing of it. Okay, here's something. Childcare, capital costs for childcare. Read the details on that one, okay? You know what this is? This is $250,000 to start a childcare business. That's right. Brand new, just came out. The application is barely available yet, and it's incredible. $250,000, and that's for-profit, and I'm pretty sure it's non-profits for sure. I'm not positive it's for-profit, but find a non-profit to work with. Hey, here's where we get $250,000 and be in business to take care of kids, because childcare is a big problem in our country, right? This is why everybody's trying to get workers that they can't get workers, because women are staying home taking care of their kids. They have to, so because they're not going to school and things like that. So we lost that workforce. I mean, right now they say there's 2 jobs available for every 1 person looking for a job. You hear that? 2 jobs available for every 1 person looking for a job. Wow. Okay, so that's another way. You could get $250,000 to be in business now and doing daycare with kids. An honorable profession. Okay, here's a small business support services. Okay, what the hell is small business support services? I don't really know. Okay, but I read that application. Here's what it is. If you know a way that you could help small businesses, they'll give you grants to give it to the small businesses for free. So you want to do marketing for small businesses, you want to do personnel management and things. So that's a business opportunity. What the hell? And you apply for that money because they're giving you sales to give away your work for free. Why are they doing this? Because they want to help small businesses succeed. So you have a skill, you have a technique that could help small businesses succeed. Like the woman who helps me with TikTok. Well, she would fit into this in my mind, right? She wants to help businesses succeed. She's helping me succeed on TikTok. So that's the kind of stuff. So you have to see that you can't. You have to take time in reading things. You have to digest information. You just can't scan the headline. Oh, that's for me. Free money because I'm cute. Oh, that leaves me out. But probably you are cuter than I am. So you're good for that grant, right? I'm not. And so you're looking for stuff easy like that. No, this says provision of small business support services. Fuck, I don't do that. You do. You just don't know that's what it's called. See, it's understanding bureaucraties. And you could understand it if you read the small print. If you're going to look at headlines, you're not going to see bupkis because the government doesn't call a spade a spade. You don't know what the hell they're talking about. So you just assume it's not for you. And you got to get in the weeds and find out, hey, that is for me. They're the people who get the money. They're the people who take time to find out. Okay? So that's 3 already. Okay, here's a 4th one. $100,000 to $400,000. That's right. $100,000 to $400,000. This is a grant. It's for profit or for nonprofits. Here, let me say that again slowly. $100,000 or $400,000. Now, here's what the name is that you're going to look over and say, shit, that's not for me. It's called Capital Investments in Privately Owned Cultural Facilities. What the hell is that? I don't know, but if you read the details, hey, it's for like, if you're doing a Black Lives Matter museum or a film festival or something like in the culture, a Spanish whatever, a Polish, polka dancing or whatever, that's a cultural event. Us Polacks love to dance the polka, right? So you get a bunch of accordion players out and you have a festival and you get, almost $500,000 to do that. A cultural event. How do you know that you need that? You don't. You have to read the small print and let your mind expand. And I have never been able to find any of the grants without paying you for the information. Yeah, well, that means you don't know how to find it. That's fine. A lot of people used to pay me $100,000 to do this. Now I just charge $20. Listen, don't blame me. I'm sorry, I have to make a living. You don't have to pay me. You could go find it. All this is on the internet. Just go and find it. That's okay. I can hear now. Great, crypto. Okay, so $500,000 for a cultural facilities and privately owned. So you want to buy a building. You want to buy a building and make a Polish roller dome out of it. That's a cultural facility, right? And there's $100 million for that. 100,000, $500,000, 400,000. Wow, that's it. You have to dig into it. You have to be creative. Things aren't handed to us, and that's why we. In our quick mind, and everybody wants to make $1 million by Tuesday. Shit, that ain't going to happen. Get a mask and a gun. That's going to be your fastest way to do that. Otherwise, you do it legitimately. It's going to take time. But what'd you do the last month? What'd you do the last year? Yeah. I followed you for over 20 years. Did you? Oh, my goodness. Actually, I was doing it even before I was doing commercials. And you have to start now. So what? I mean, it took me years and years to find out a new way. I found out how to make money through books and getting free advertising that way, and that people didn't buy books anymore. And it took me literally years to find how to do it. And just a year or two ago, it started working again, and we finally figured it out. And that's why we're profitable and giving money back. So that's why what we do, the people who join Let's Go Help, and it's letsgohelp.com, it's $20. And if you don't have $20, I understand. And that's why I do these videos on YouTube for free for everybody to learn. And I have links in the descriptions so you can follow up on stuff. But it's been so profitable with $20, it's actually even been more profitable than when I used to charge $100,000 or thousands of dollars for this. And so we give the profits back to members. Every month we have a giveaway, a grant giveaway, where we give out $30,000. That's what it's up to. And we've given out almost $500,000 already, to members every month. We've got about 50 members. As a veteran, nobody wants to help us without having their hand out first. Well, Keith, that may be true, but who cares? You want to change the system? Get into politics. I'm just teaching you how to use what's there. It's not fair. You're right. It's terrible. You're right. But that's the only game in town. You want to play it or not? It's up to you. It doesn't matter. They won't miss you, I'm sure. So it doesn't, you don't hurt anybody. I'll show them. I'll never apply for anything. Nah, those people are not fair. Who the hell? Yeah, why should they be doing? They don't care. They got the money. They're giving it out. People get the money. figure it out and do it. You don't have to do it. If it's wrong, you want to change that system, then you have to do it politically, because it all comes down to somebody voting laws for this to happen. And so you got to get the people who make the laws, and that's where you make that change. These are laws that are already in the books and giving out money. So then you got to get another law to get rid of it. So don't shoot the messenger. So anyway, so we have that $400,000. Okay, here's another one. Wicked cool places, arts everywhere. Wicked cool places. Now, isn't that neat? You're attracted to that because you think, well, it's free sex or something. But it's not. It's grants for artists. Grants for artists. They have a whole bunch of money, and arts organizations, and also artists that want to be in business to start things. So there's this money for you and your artist. You're a sculptor, you're a painter, you're a designer, you're a tap dancer, whatever it is, for you to be in business. And they call it wicked cool places. Why? I have no goddamn idea. It doesn't matter. And that's what this is there for you if you want it. But more importantly, even if you're not where they're giving this one, which is in Massachusetts, other states are doing exactly, maybe not exactly, but similar. It's called something else that you'll never think it's worthwhile too. That's what it is. These things are hidden under a lot of laws and a lot of jargon because they have to satisfy some law to do that and make a committee happy. So when you make everybody happy, that means it's boring. It's not the truth, because you're trying to please everybody and you don't please anybody. And that's what's important about that. So that's a wicked cool places. It's really for artists and artists who want to start businesses, or arts organizations. That means nonprofits or for-profits, or just a freelance, a street artist or anything like that. That's what it's for. Why do they do that? Because arts attract creative people. That's why businesses and cities are growing. One of the reasons they grow is, and where they spend money on, is to make it friendly for creative people. And if creative people are there, that it generates more creative people who create jobs. See, creative people want to be around creative people, and not just boring accountants. So if you're going to start a new business that is going to create 50,000 jobs or even 5 jobs, they want you in every city. Every city wants you. That's why they give grants to artists, because if you're a creative person, you want to go to a city that's fun, has creativity, has culture, has artists going on, and it's creative vibe, And that's why you want to be there. And so you'll be there, and you'll create a new way to start a business, a new way to create jobs for people. All that comes from somebody's brain. Particularly all the jobs now, we don't make cars, we make ideas and opportunities and adventures and stuff like that. Most people spend $20 on coffee a month or a week or a day. 2 super duper lattes, como macchiatos. I don't know all these things. They're $5, $6, $7, $8 now. Yeah. No, that's why everybody was said when I started this business, trying to figure this group out. People say, "Oh, I got to charge $300, $400, $500, $1,000 even." I said, "No, I'm going to be the $20 guy." And tell you the truth, what's best about the group is that the other people who help. The group now is people. Oh, Tammy, how you doing, Tammy? Are people like Tammy. Tammy, who's in the group, she helps other people every day. She's better than I am at helping other members find help that they need. You hear that? That's a member doing better than I am. Yeah. And that's what, to me, is the group, because I'm an old fart. I'm lucky if I got 10, 15 years left. And this government is not going away in your lifetime. And it certainly won't go away in my lifetime. And they're going to be doing stupid shit like this, whether stupid or not, that's up to you. But it's stuff they're doing. And if you want to use it, to me, it's like the highways. So if you want get from Washington D.C. And you hate the expressways, fine. You can go the back roads and take twice as long to get there. But we spent a shitload of money building that expressway, I-95, to get from Washington D.C. to New York. You can get there in 4 hours instead of 14. Right? Maybe we should want to get to a lot faster. Or even start. You're not going to start, right? That's the other thing, that people don't realize. It's more than money. It's services, man. People, you don't know what to do in life, okay, and what's available, and you don't want to spend money on me to do it. Fine. There's people in the government that will sit down and explain a lot of this stuff to you for free, right? They're called Career One-Stop Centers. You're going to do that. You want a fucking grant to get down. And you put idiots like me, because we know that's what you're looking for. The government doesn't. And you make a call to a local career one-stop center, government grant programs to help you train for a better. I charge $1. They don't charge. See, small business people find three problem. No, don't. I see. Okay, I think I'm going to have to pass, guys. Damn, we're on a roll. Okay. Don't know how to get rid of this, so I'm going to pass. See you again soon. I understand.